Patience is a virtue, especially when you're playing Stasis with Root Maze. When lands enter tapped and stay tapped, how could you be hasty? Okay, I am on the draw in match 1 versus KyFly. I'm not convinced that a single impulse is good enough to dig me out of this, even with the counterspell. And double Forsaken City is kind of bad. I think I'm gonna mulligan this and hope for something better. This is better marginally, I guess. I'm gonna bottom the city here, I think. I don't know, neither of those hands were pretty good. At least here I get to drop a Black Vise and get my opponent under the gun immediately. But this does also tell them what I'm playing. Nobody else plays Black Vise other than Stasis. But that Flooded Strand just told me that they might be on some more controlling deck. And this Black Vise will win the game in 10 turns if none of us do anything. Yep, looks like the hero is doing something here. Basic Plains, this is probably the solution. Accumulated Knowledge. So they're going to cantrip off of that. Take a little bit of damage off Black Vise. I do have double Daze and Thwart in hand. So it's not like I'm completely unprepared. Yeah, I don't care about Sabo's Web. This makes it so that lands that have an activated ability that's not a mana ability don't untap. So things like man lands mostly, Fairy Conclave, Mishra's Factory. I am going to Impulse here. I don't care about this Sabo's Web. Gush, Gush, and double Island. Gush would be a really good way to recover from the mulligan that I'm at right now. So I think I might actually take the Gush. Yeah, let's go ahead and Gush here. Fantastic. And I think I can just simply drop another Black Vise. I don't need to do anything else. And now the hero's under real pressure. These Black Vises have done 8 damage to them. And they're kind of just sitting around, not really doing anything. And they just wrapped it up to that. You know, the Sabo's Web is a really interesting inclusion that I might not have expected to come out of a deck like the Solution. The Solution is more cycle a really big like decree of something that makes a bunch of soldiers on their end step and then attack you with a bunch of 1/1s. I don't think they usually play Sabo's Web. What they might be on is, I don't know, Devourer combo. You think the opponent is on Replenish. You know, that is actually a really good take. I could see the hero being on Replenish here. I'm just not sure about this Sabo's Web. This kind of feels like Tinker food to me. Either way, I am going to be siding out probably the Brain Freeze. And maybe going down on maybe not Flash of Insight. I think I want my foil. Might not want Dazes because I think they're going to be casting stuff with more mana than Daze would allow. Like, I don't think I can get them caught with their pants down with a Daze. Then maybe I just bring in Annuls. And this Annul could catch a... Oh, what's the one that lets you draw 3 and discard 4? Attunement, I think. I don't know if this is correct sideboarding. This is double Portent, triple Portent even. It's got an Annul and a Counterspell. I'm going to keep it. If I don't draw an island, I will Portent on my first turn. If I do draw an island, I'm probably just going to hold open Annul. You know what, Drafter? I am going to choose to trust your experience here. I'm not experienced enough with the Premodern meta to really know how to identify a deck like that. So I am going to play as if they are on Replenish, because it has been my experience that a Replenish will play Mana League, and I haven't seen a Sabo's Web list. But they could very well be on Replenish. Oh, it's Mox Diamond? Well, that's disgusting. I have to Portent myself because of the hand that I kept. And that is 3 non-land cards. This is going to be a shuffle. Oh god. I need a second land, please. I run 23 of them. Oh my god. Alright, well, if I get killed right now, it's because I didn't draw lands. Oh wow, that is just no lands. I have looked at how many cards? That is 8 cards, 9 cards, in addition to the hand that I kept, and I haven't found a single land in any of them. Okay, there we go. There we go. Island is great. Gonna start making my land drops here. And I don't think I need Gush. I think Gush can go. Honestly, maybe Portent goes. It's either Gush or Portent. Basic Forest, huh? Don't know what to think about Basic Forest. Do I just discard this Gush? I need lands. I don't think I can afford to tap out of Counterspell. Oh my god. Alright, well at least this time I have something else to do with all my mana. I have double Chain of Vapor. I'm going to discard the Boomerang this time. And I'm going to Impulse on their end step if I even make it that far. I will take a land over literally anything right now. Island, thank you very much. Sad to see Flash of Insight at the bottom, but it can't be helped. Of course, I draw the foil. I think I actually will Portent here, trying to dig for that island. And I found it. So in that case, I believe it is Thwart, Impulse, Island. Put the island in my hand so that I have it as an emergency discard for foil. Uh-oh, they're doing something here. That's an intuition. Yeah, counter that. Counter the intuition. They might have a backup. All right, they have the backup. So intuition is going to resolve here. And yeah, no graveyard hate in the 75, unfortunately. I could probably build my sideboard a little bit differently to put like a Tormod script or something in there. Ew, that's disgusting. All of the Herd flashes back for 4 mana. Yeah, I'll give them the deep analysis. I can start chaining these beasts if I need to, the elephants or whatever, off the Call of the Herd. Seems like the hero is really just trying to do something to get a clock going. Yeah, there's a Call of the Herd. At least I have an Impulse. I might attempt to find a Stasis here, but honestly, they might just have a bunch of counter magic in hand, and that might not actually work. I'm gonna take Gush. Found an island. Do I want to Gush? I think I do. Let's see what I hit. I have a foil if I really need it. Oh wow, that's just stone cold nothing, huh? All right. I think I will chain an elephant here and then just play out a Black Vise. I really did hit a whole lot of nothing off that Gush though. Factor Fiction, I have to foil that. Discarding probably 2 islands. Counterspell on my foil. Yeah, that's fair. All right, Factor Fiction resolves. Jeez. This is a really nasty Factor Fiction too. I don't think I'm going to win this. So this is just a generic 3-power attacker. This Carpet of Flowers is actually a lot of trouble, but I don't want to play against Forbid and Naturalize. I guess I'm going to separate it like this. I'm not sure if I should be doing this or not. Well, the Gaia's Blessing is going to shuffle in their worm thing here. So now at least they don't have a clock. Oh, I had an annul. Come on, mate. I had an annul. I should have just annulled that. That was a misplay. That right there was a misplay. Sunscape Familiar. Green and blue spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Well, there's not a dang thing I can do about that. I'm just learning about this deck as we're playing the game. Is this just deep analysis? Yep, that's just deep analysis. All right. Flashing it back immediately, sure. And now they're up to 5 cards in hand. I guess I'm just hoping that Black Vise goes all the way again. I don't know. They have a Naturalize in hand, so even if it is like gonna cause trouble, then they can answer it. Maybe I can annul their Naturalize. That's how that works, right? If only. Okay, well, I'm gonna do the only thing that I really can do, which is Impulse. I found Stasis. I think I'm gonna take it, but I don't think I'm ready to deploy it yet. All right, Counterspell was a good rip. I like that rip. I need more cards in hand first. Still nothing though. Okay. I think I have to let this Call of the Herd go. I just have a bad feeling that their hand is absolutely chock full of counter magic. But I found Root Maze. Would be lovely to cast that Root Maze if I didn't have to contend with Carpet of Flowers. But I am going to land Stasis here. Okay, a hard cast foil. I am going to do what I can do, and I'm going to counterspell the foil. But I'm sure they have some other follow-up here. Mana Leak. Yeah, that's fair. I think it is more likely that I'm going to need all 15 minutes of my clock to finish game 3 than it is that I will win this game. So I did keep a 1-lander in this game, and that probably hurt me a lot more than I was expecting, especially since I dug for, what, 9 cards? 10 cards? And I didn't find another land. So it is what it is. I could bring in Hibernations. Those would answer Elephants and Carpet of Flowers. I don't know if that is correct, though. I think I would rather have in Mana Short. And Carpet of Flowers is just such a big deal that I think I need the annuls in. I'm glad I sided out the Brain Freeze, though. Brain Freeze is no good against this deck. They got main deck Gaia's Blessings. Nuh-uh, can't do that. Flash of Insight, I think I want to keep in still. Maybe I will side out one Portent. Carpet of Flowers is really good against me, though. Okay, I am on the play. I think I'm going to keep this. Represent a null. Okay, they don't have the carpet on turn 1, at least. The hero's really thinking about what to do here. I kind of wish I had a Black Vise. I don't think I should mull for a Black Vise, but, you know, would have been nice to have one. Don't think I need to be doing anything fancy here. I think I just hold open Counterspell. Well, they liked what they found off of Opt, so they're probably going to continue to hit land drops. I am running out of land drops. Thank goodness, it's just a Plains. And yeah, I'll let the Sunscape Familiar happen. Now the question is, do I punish this by attempting a Stasis? They have Mana Leak up, probably. I could get blown out by a Carpet of Flowers at any point. I don't think I'm going to attempt to punish this. I think I'm just going to continue to hold. Yeah, there's the Yavimaya Coast. If I had, like, Root Maze into Stasis, then I probably would have tried for Stasis there. But Stasis on its own, I don't think is going to be good enough against this deck. That is a Gaia's Blessing, shuffling in an Opt. Sure. Hey, I found a consistency piece. Let's go. I'm not sure I want these, though. Do I want to commit my next 2 draws, or next 3 draws even, to being Boomerang, Forsaken City, and Island? Or do I want 2 random cards? I think I'm going to shuffle this. I'm not super happy about that shuffle, I think. Kind of a little bit regretting it. Maybe I should have kept it. But I do know I just need to be patient. Whoever blinks first is probably going to lose here. That is a little bit of a blink, but not a super blink. Deep Analysis on yourself? That reads to me like they were about to miss a land drop. And this flashback Deep Analysis is literally just draw 2, discard 2. I'm not going to be upset about that. Yeah, they have to discard 2 cards here. Oh, Black Vise. Lovely. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just drop that. And I think I actually will fight over this, but they didn't have that fight happen, so it's fine. Yeah, I'll go ahead and counterspell your Naturalize. This Black Vise is my clock right now, and the hero has presented me with 0 clock. Double blue for something, huh? A Forbid. You may discard 2 cards in addition to any other costs as you cast this spell. If you do, put this card into your hand as it resolves. Counter target spell. Well, if it doesn't resolve, then they don't get it back in their hand. All right, not a terrible exchange for me, I think. Still have a hardcast foil if I need it. And that's just Stasis. But they have a Ray of Revelation in the graveyard, so maybe I shouldn't be landing Stasis. Maybe I should just be using Black Vise as a clock, although I do have triple Stasis. That's a lot of Stasis. Another Naturalize? I'm gonna chain my Black Vise in response and just recast it. Ooh, getting saucy with the counter spells here. I might actually foil this. It's just Stasis here. Okay, Black Vise hits play, and I am going to land Stasis. Just bold-faced directly into the Ray of Revelation there. Oh, that's interesting. Do I pay for the Mana Leak? I think I'm going to pay for the Mana Leak. Yeah, I'm going to pay for the Mana Leak, but they've got something else. All right, I'm not going to pay for that one. Okay, we both went down on cards a lot, so that kind of hurt the Black Vise here. Yeah, they're literally just getting cards out of their hand. I don't think I'm going to drop Stasis. I think I'm just going to wait. Hey, it's a Call of the Herd. Their first actual clock here. Okay, now I think I can drop Stasis. Let's go ahead and Gush. Gonna draw some cards, and I hit a chain, which is quite a bit of protection for Stasis, actually. Like, they could just Ray of Revelation this Stasis on my end step right now, and I think they're considering doing it. Chose not to. I guess it doesn't actually matter unless they wanted to untap. Accumulated Knowledge refills their hand a little bit. Here we go. Main phase Ray of Revelation. I'm sorry to say this, friend, but that was not fantastic. Just gonna go ahead and chain my Stasis in response. I'm not even gonna sacrifice a land. These elephants are gonna be tapped if the hero decides to attack with them. There we go, first blood. And now I get to untap, which is great. Okay, Stasis again. And that just hit play. If I can find Root Maze, then this game's going to be over very quickly. I think I'm just going to hold. I don't think I'm going to do anything else here. Yeah, I'm doing just fine. A Fact or Fiction, huh? I think I will just let this go. Ooh, this is a really interesting split here. I think I'm going to give them Carpet and everything else. Opt, Harrow, Mox Diamond, Attica Waste. Yeah, I'm going to give them Carpet and everything else. They took Carpet of Flowers. Played a basic land for turn. And then at beginning of combat, I am going to chain my Stasis and sack a land to also target Carpet of Flowers here, I think. I'm still holding open a Boomerang too. So if they have some sort of counterspell, then this will help. Yeah, I'm going to pitch an island here, and I am going to target your Carpet of Flowers. Playing out that island gave you away, friend. I'm sorry. Or the plains, I suppose. And they give it up. That was beautiful. So this was just being extraordinarily patient. If I was not patient and I had just jammed out Stasis when I had it, then I probably would have lost. But just waiting for the correct time, it worked. And also that really cool trick with Chain of Vapor, that permanent's controller may sacrifice a land to copy the spell. So if I'm bouncing my own thing with Chain of Vapor, I can sacrifice my own land and then copy Chain of Vapor and bounce something else. So basically what I did there is I sacked an island to get an untap, which would have allowed me to cast this Impulse on their end step, find something else, get a nice fat big untap, and then land Stasis again. I didn't have to do it like that, but I figured that if I was bouncing this Carpet of Flowers anyway, then the hero would probably sacrifice a tapped land to bounce like my Black Vise or my Stasis or something. So maybe it wasn't the most optimal play, but it certainly was a fun one. Okay, let's move on to match 2. If you're enjoying the video and think you'd like watching more of what I make, please consider subscribing so YouTube can notify you when I go live and upload videos. I appreciate your support. Thank you. So I am on the play in match 2 versus DanIFoster. Last I played against this person, they were on Super Gro and I was on Enchantress. So I am going to be a little bit wary because they could just Meddling Mage me again and that would suck. At least this time I have counterspells for their Armageddons. I'm not going to give away what I'm on. Oh, I like these cards. I'm going to put Flash, then Counterspell, then Island. Hero just went basic Island pass. I think I will just hold open Impulse here for Counterspell. I have a Flash of Insight on top of my deck, so I don't know if I'm going to Impulse, and I kind of want to draw it, but I could just hold open Counterspell. Yeah, they're on Super Gro. So this deck is going to try and Armageddon me, I think, and I really, really don't want that to happen. Armageddon would suck. Icing my island, huh? Yeah, you got it. Oh, they're on something different this time. Yeah, Nimble Mongoose resolves. I will just fire off this Impulse. I found a Forsaken City. I kind of want that, so I am going to take it. All right, here we go. Forsaken City is down. Kind of just waiting for the hero to tap low on something, you know? But that's not going to happen quite yet. Just go ahead and cycle this Flash of Insight. Yeah, I'll take a Chain of Vapor. That's a pretty good card. Portent myself here. Oh, Gush, Island, Stasis. Don't mind if I do. I think I'm going to put Stasis on top, followed by Island into Gush. Those were some really good hits. I like that a lot. And this might be the tap low that I was looking for. All right, I think it might be time to go for it. Basic Island, Stasis. They just letting it happen? Looks like it. I am going to Gush here, even though it is going to cost me a card. I just want... Oh, right, I've already made my land drop, so it's going to cost me a little more than that. Well, I guess I can just get the Black Vise down for free, so that's fine. If they fight over this Black Vise, I'm not engaging. Okay, I'm going to discard this Impulse, I think. I kind of want to keep spare Stasis around just in case. Not attacking with the Quirion Dryad, I think that's wise. No need to do anything else here. Don't get sloppy. I think I can get rid of the Brain Freeze. I don't think that I'm going to be needing to use it here. Now I'm holding open Counterspell and Chain if I need it. Probably can just pitch the spare Stasis here. Next turn I'll have Gush. That's really good. Wow, sleight of hand. Directly into my Stasis, huh? Seems like a pretty poor exchange. Gush directly into my Stasis is less poor. The hero does have 6 mana here, which is quite a bit of mana. Yeah, let's go ahead and Gush. Ooh, I found a Root Maze. Do I want to land that? I don't think so. I'm not even convinced I want to land a Black Vise, honestly. Although I guess I would have to discard a card. Okay, I'll land the Black Vise. The hero is boldly continuing to cast cards into Stasis. They did keep a card on top. Might have just been this Mox Diamond, trying to get cards out of their hand. Well, I am not going to be casting cards into my Stasis if I don't have to. Oh, here's something big. I don't know what this is. That is an Armageddon? Do I want to do anything about this? I think I am going to attempt a counterspell here. And they had their own counterspell. So this means that I can chain their Quirion Dryad. Chain my Stasis first, of course, and then chain Quirion Dryad. They didn't choose to copy it. I think that was probably just incorrect. All right, here we go. Now what? I just ripped an island. So I could just play Forsaken City into what? Black Vise? Put them to 2? Did they play a land last turn? No. I don't think Root Maze is going to be impactful enough here. I think it's got to be Black Vise. All right, heroes at 2. Oh, and they ripped the basic island. But I think I am going to pitch Root Maze here. And I'm going to attempt to kill them with this Boomerang. This thing has Shroud. This thing doesn't. All right, let's see if this resolves. Swords to Plowshares on their own Dryad. All right, well, that hurts. Wow, this game got very interesting. They just got another one. Well, I am in a world of trouble. Just kind of have to hope that this works now. And that is a counterspell. I do not believe I can win from this position now, but I'm still going to play it out a little bit. That's a Chain of Vapor. I don't think there's anything I can do, though. Like, I can chain this, and I guess I have to hope that they just bounce a ton of stuff for no reason. I don't think that matters, though. I'm just going to go ahead and concede the game here. I need my time. So I could have won that game if I had done one of 2 things. First, if I had found an additional counterspell for their counterspell, or my counterspell, or their Armageddon. And second, if I had landed Root Maze, that would have stopped them from building up the mana necessary in order to cast Armageddon. So keeping that in mind, I am going to do something here. I don't think I want Brain Freeze. I don't think I want Annulls. I think Hibernations are decent. I think Propaganda might be okay, but might not be. Mana Short might be okay. Boomerang, I could see going down on Boomerangs. And maybe cutting a Daze for these 3 cards. Because all their threats are green, basically. Let's see if that works. This hand is not a keep, unfortunately. Just doesn't do anything. This hand is a keep, but I am going to bottom one of the Gushes. It's only got 1 island in it. I'm hoping that this Portent just shows me 3 islands. 1 island, a Stasis, and a Thwart. I guess I will... Ooh, I put it any order. That's not good. Well, I don't want to compound the mistake and have to shuffle, so I guess I'm just going to hope that the island's not at the bottom of the pile, and it's not. Mox Diamond down, Gemstone Mine down, Sleight of Hand. Oh, and they're doing something right now. Do I want to catch them with their pants down? Just land a really fast Stasis? Let's see what I draw first. I mean, kinda. I could sneak in Stasis under Counterspell, and I have Gush. I'm going to try this. I don't know if this is correct or not. I probably would not have tried this if I didn't have Gush already. And that is the hero's own Gush into a Mox Diamond, discarding that other island, using the floating mana to opt. Very efficient on their part. I found another Forsaken City, but I think I kind of just want a Gush here. Ooh, they missed their land drop. That's great. Do I want all of these cards? I think I can do without the Counterspell. Start building up mana. Okay, so it looks like the fast Stasis might have been the correct call here. Hero's just got a ton of cards in hand here. Not gonna punish it quite yet, although I could Gush now and then discard this Flash of Insight to hand size, and I think I will do that. Pitch Forsaken City to Forsaken City. Now I'm holding open Counterspell. Okay, this worked out much better. Having 2 Counterspells is really nice. They're just gonna go for an Armageddon here. That's white. I don't think I really need to counter this. I think later on I can probably bounce it. But then they could bounce my Stasis. Although I could bounce my own Stasis. I'll let it happen. I could like chain Stasis, sack a land, bounce Ivory Tower. I could also beat Ivory Tower by just having multiple Black Vises. Ooh, don't tap all my lands. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna drop a Black Vise. This Black Vise will counter their Ivory Tower. Really looking for a Root Maze here. Root Maze would be fantastic. Instead, I'm just finding chains. Might be time to chain my Stasis. Yeah, I'm gonna chain my Stasis. And if they counterspell this, I don't even think I'm gonna fight. I'm just gonna chain again. Oh, here we go. We're doing something. That's a disenchant. I am going to counterspell that. I'm not going to chain. I think I actually might want to sack a land to bounce their Ivory Tower here. Do they want to bounce my Black Vise? I don't care if they do. Nice fat cleanup for me. Or untap. Beautiful. That was great. Now the Black Vise is going to start getting to work. I can start converting these untapped islands into cards. Double Thwart is really good. I like that a lot. I think I might let that go and then just do the chain trick again. Okay. Another untap, another Stasis. Oh, are they going to fight me on this? Looks like it. Yeah, I'm not going to let that happen. And I drew the mana short just in case. But I think this game is over. Oh, I should have thwarted that. That's not good. Now I need to find another bounce spell. Dang it. Or a Root Maze. That'll work. Oh, geez, I really should have thwarted that. Just made a silly mistake. Or I could just rip another Black Vise. All right, that's fine. Lucky, lucky. Better lucky than good. I guess it didn't really matter that much either way because they still had 7 cards in hand, and app-nap order means that my Black Vise goes on top of their Ivory Tower. But I still only have 7 minutes to win the next game, so this is going to suck. Knowing that they have Ivory Tower as a potential out, does that make me want to change my Hibernation strategy? Do I want to take out my Hibernations for a Boomerang and a Daze? I think so. I didn't reveal Root Maze that game, which is really nice. I'm going to keep this. The hero's going to be under the gun immediately from Black Vise. Ivory Tower, 1 drop. That's, you know what? Respectable. Black Vise, 1 drop. They cancel each other out. Yeah, Phyrexian Furnace, I don't care about. That could hit a Flash of Insight, I suppose. Don't think that's really that relevant, though. I'm going to hold open Counterspell here. Opting on their upkeep, huh? Okay. Uh-oh. That is a missed land drop from the hero here. Do I really just want to cycle this Flash of Insight directly into their face-up Phyrexian Furnace? I don't think so. What I think I will do instead is drop Black Vise number 2. Make them do something. Hey, there's a land. Beautiful. I think I actually will take Portent from this. Don't really want these Forsaken Cities. Ooh, I do want these cards, though. So perhaps Island, Impulse. Just make my land drops. No need to be hasty here. Disenchant on a Black Vise. I think I will actually counter that. Maybe I'm walking into something. Maybe I'm not. Misdirection, huh? All right. Oh, I just found Stasis. Yeah, we're fine. Would love to find a Root Maze here. That'd be great. Don't think it's going to happen. Okay, Stasis is down. I am going to try and end this game relatively quickly. Yeah, I'm going to Gush here. I want to protect this Chain of Vapor if I can. Oh, well, I mean, if you want to just do that, then that's fine. Sacrifice Forsaken City, target your Ivory Tower, and land Stasis. That was a really good exchange. I like that exchange a lot. I found the Root Maze. Okay, this game is going to be over very quickly. I think I actually might be able to recover this. I just have to do this correctly. Exile this Flash of Insight. Not pay for this one. Pay for Stasis here. Root Maze. Okay, now there's nothing to be done. Root Maze is going to make all their stuff enter tapped, and they give it up. I'm so grateful to Root Maze for saving this game for me. I was under the gun. I had 3 minutes on my clock. I didn't know if I was going to win. And then Root Maze, just with the hard lock, meant that I just could rest easy knowing that the Black Vise was going to get there. Well played, DanIFoster. Well played. Let's move on to match 3. Has your loss to Lantern Control left you bitter and despondent? Work through your grief with a membership to Faith Seal MTG on YouTube or Patreon. Reach bargaining or higher to gain access to my detailed lesson videos on how to play Lantern Control. I hope to see you on your path to healing. I'm on the draw in match 3 versus djseb, I guess. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's got a counterspell in it. Portent can help me find additional lands or like a Forsaken City or something. It already has the Stasis. I'm gonna set my beginning of combat stop back up. Yeah. And we are gone goblins. I think I'm just gonna have to cope with this Goblin Lackey hit. Unless I really, really desperately want to Chain Evaporate, but I don't think I do. I don't think I need second Stasis, but I do want that Portent, or at the very least, the Island. I'm gonna put Stasis, Portent, Island, like that. Turn 1 Goblin Lackey is just so friggin' strong. Yep, you get your Gobbo. Goblin Ringleader, huh? Siege Gang, geez, wow, words are hard. Siege Gang Commander, Gem Palm Incinerator, Goblin Matron. Into another Goblin Lackey, huh? That's disgusting. I hate that. Well, I guess I'm spending this turn portenting and hoping to find a Forsaken City, probably? Well, there it is. So I'm gonna put Stasis underneath, Forsaken City underneath that, or Gush underneath that. I think I'm gonna put Gush underneath and then Forsaken City on the top. Definitely don't shuffle that. All right, that's just a face-up Wasteland. Let's see if they tap that Wasteland to pay for something here. I think I would really like that, actually. Goblin War Chief into a Siege Gang Commander. Okay, they've landed their Goblin Matron. That's going to search for something here. Found a Goblin Ringleader. Okay, so I could chain something right now. Possibly the Siege Gang Commander. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. That would both save me 2 damage and make it such that I can't really be burned out very easily. I don't know if that's actually worth it. Instead, I am going to play Island and cast Stasis. Kind of catching the hero with their pants down a little bit here. Really glad they tapped that Wasteland. I could have played around it, but still, it's nice. I think they have to wait and hope that they can get some sort of Lord in play first. Oh, I found another Stasis. I don't know if I want to play Forsaken City out like that. So maybe I should have played Forsaken City out last turn. Oh, I found 2 more Gushes. Oh god, that is entirely too many Gushes. Well, I'm going to discard Counterspell and Stasis here. Okay, they're still choosing to do nothing. Well, as long as that happens, then I think I'm okay. Oh, they're fetching with Wooded Foothills here. That's a Goblin Pile Driver. That's really bad, actually. Do I have to Gush and hope that I hit a foil? I think so. I think my decision to not play Forsaken City into Stasis actually really bit me in the butt here. I should have played Forsaken City and tapped it to cast the Stasis. That would have played around a top-decked Wasteland, but it also would have made it so that I could thwart right here and still kind of have a little bit of stuff going on. The pro blue is just horrible. I think I need to Gush. I could chain my Stasis and then thwart and then have 1 land drop and then just die, right? 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 11, 12. And their Wasteland would untap. Yeah, no, I need exactly foil here. And if I don't find foil, then I'm dead. A Daze actually is not good enough. And I found Black Vise. All right. Okay, so I made a misplay. And I think I'm okay with that. As I'm still learning here. It is only my, like, 5th or 6th or something actual league or tournament or group of matches here with the deck. So, chills in. Yes, please. Expensive stuff out. Brain Freeze out. Boomerang out. I think Root Maze needs to stay in. Daze out? I don't think I should take Daze out. There's just not a lot of easy stuff to take out now. If I'm leaving Root Maze in, I could probably take a Black Vise out, but I could see myself in a situation where I would really want 3 Black Vises, especially if I'm like racing my opponent. I don't think I take a Thwart out. Maybe I take out 1 Daze. I could have seen an argument to bring in Propagandas as well. Maybe take out like a Daze or something. Take out, I guess, a Black Vise at this point. Bring in 2 Propagandas. But it looks like I was a little bit slow in the sideboarding, so that's not going to work. I will keep this. I would love to find a Chill. That's not Chill, but that is Forsaken City. I could take Forsaken City and Impulse here, but Thwart on the bottom, like that. That's not nothing. And they didn't have a Goblin Lackey start, thank goodness. That's a Rishadan port, though. I don't think I want the Thwart on top of my deck now. Could just take another Impulse. Yeah, I'll just take another Impulse, it's fine. Are you going to tap me down with Rishadan port? They are going to tap me down with Rishadan port. That's okay, I think. I hit Chain of Vapor. This is definitely a Forsaken City spot. Do I want to just jam Stasis right now? I don't think so, because that's going to make me very vulnerable to a Wasteland and a Pyroblast and any other number of nasties that they could have. My hand is basically fine. I'm really just looking for lands. All right. Chill, island, island, island. Okay, I'll take the chill. I don't think I'm going to untap my Forsaken City. I think I might just Gush here, and I hit a bunch of stuff. So I can chain this Goblin War Chief, and then I could chill. I think that's fine. Got double Rishadan port, huh? Well, that is a 1 mana, or a 3 mana Goblin Lackey. I think I will just let that happen. Do I want to untap my Forsaken City? I think I do, so that I can play around Wasteland. I'm gonna pitch probably a spare Counterspell to do it. Yeah, spare Counterspell. Glad I did that. Okay, Stasis. And they can't Pyros Blast this because they've got Chill. So they're gonna get 1 hit off this Goblin Lackey, and that's gonna be basically all they can do. They might want to save that hit for something. All right, Stasis hit the table. They've got a mountain. Am I taking a hit from this Goblin Lackey? I am. 1 hit. You get 1 hit, opponent. That's it. It better be a dang good hit. Goblin War Chief. That's not the worst hit that I could have seen. Now, do I want to pitch a card to this Forsaken City? I think I do, actually. And it's going to be a Counterspell. An Impulse. There's a Carplusian Forest. This could represent a Naturalize of some sort. And they're wisely holding back. Okay, well, I am going to start filtering cards here. I found a Gush. That's huge. That Gush is going to refill my hand. I'm just going to be able to back all of this up with a ton of counterspells. Yeah, let's go ahead and Gush. Just do it right now. Why not? Even if the hero chooses to Pyroblast this, I don't think I'm going to be that mad. Oh, they're choosing to do that now? I'll Counterspell it. Beautiful. I found the chain. Oh, they have Rishadan port now? I don't like that. I really don't like that. I'm not going to untap my Forsaken City. I guess I could pitch Counterspell. Actually, I will. Yeah. Just really give myself a little bit more leeway. And now I've got 2 untapped islands. And this makes me immune to Rishadan port. And Daze. Love it. Just gonna go ahead and chain my Stasis now. I'm not gonna bother sacrificing a land. Ooh, I found another Chill. It's too... Is it too tempting? It's kind of tempting. I don't want to die to a Pyroblast off the top. Now I'm just going to continue cycling cards until something happens. Don't know if you're paying attention to the turn counter here, but a lot has happened. Or rather, a lot of nothing has happened. God, I love this deck so much. Oh, found a Gush. Go ahead and cast it. If the hero has been sitting on a Naturalize this entire time, then I've got that covered. Like I said, I have that covered. Oh, found the Root Maze. This game is over. This game is over. How beautiful. This game is over. I don't even think I'm going to play out the Root Maze yet. I'm pretty sure that they would need 2 lands in order for them to be able to cast a Naturalize. So I'm just going to wait for them to make a land drop, and then I will cast Root Maze. And in the meantime, I'll just continue to do normal stasis things. All right, there's the land drop. Hey, getting saucy with the War Chief. Finally, right? Root Maze. Maybe I should have played my land first, huh? Goodbye, Rishadan Port. No one missed you. I'm gonna take the stop off my beginning of combat here. Don't need that. I'm pretty sure there's just stone cold nothing that the hero can do here, but I'm just going to keep my stops just in case. Oh, found a foil. Not that I need it. I'm literally just waiting for a win condition. It's got to be in my deck somewhere, right? Like, I didn't just side out all of my Black Vises. I didn't, right? No, I didn't. They're in there somewhere. Okay, that's a Chain of Vapor. So I will chain my Stasis, and then I'll just get a nice big fat untap in, and I can stop doing this Forsaken City nonsense. They fetched and it entered tapped. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, they fetched it and it entered tapped. Oh, I feel so bad for you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Get Stasis. Oh my god, where are my win conditions? There's one. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise, am I right? Okay. They realized that I had win conditions in the deck and they conceded the game. You know what? That's fair. But now I am on the draw. I think I want the propagandas. Siding out a Daze. And I guess one of the two Black Vises. I've only got 10 minutes on... I can win a game in 10 minutes, right? I can win a game in 10 minutes. Come on. Come on, have a little bit of faith in me. I don't think I should keep this hand. I definitely don't think I should keep this one. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for mulliganing that 7, okay? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I should never have mulliganed that 7. Impulse, Thwart, Chill to the bottom. And they've got a 7 with Goblin Lackey. No, and they can port me? Yeah, this is over. It's over. There's nothing I can do here. Watch them put in a Siege Gang Commander. Okay, it's only a Goblin War Chief. Goblin Matron off of the War Chief here. Chat, are we cooked? I think we're cooked. I think we are cooked. My only hope here is to find Stasis off this Impulse. And hope that the hero taps the Rishadan port, because if they tap Rishadan port, then I'm just dead. Literally all they have to do here, though, is just attack. Yeah, there's the Siege Gang Commander. Yep, and they went straight to end step. They know what they're doing. So now what has to happen? I have to find Island, right? And then I have to literally just rip Stasis right off the tippity top of the deck. I'm gonna pitch a propaganda here. Yep, that's fine. Stasis? Chain of Vapor. Okay, that's fine. I'll go ahead and concede that game. So that's 7. Maybe I could have kept it, but I felt like if the hero had a really fast start, then I probably wouldn't have been able to keep up with it. And then just the hard punish to 4. I got super hard punished on that mulligan. It's okay. Let's shake it off. Let's move on to match 4. So I am on the play, actually, against Premodern player fishduggery, who in literally all formats plays nothing except breakfast. I don't even know how this deck works. It looks like they have ways to infinitely recur their deck. Hermit Druid is a way to infinitely mill their deck or mill their entire deck. It means they must have some sort of like flashback thing. They got Phyrexian Devourer in here. They got Triskelion. Just all sorts of nasty stuff. This is going to be a very interesting game, I think. I will keep this hand. This is a pretty good hand. I've got chains in case they reanimate something. I've got counterspells. I can lead on a Portent. Try to protect some stuff against a potential discard spell. Brain Freeze Island Portent. Well, I definitely don't want the Brain Freeze against them. Just gonna put Portent on the top, underneath this island, leading on a Birds of Paradise. I think I should Portent myself, try to get rid of that Brain Freeze on top. Yeah, I'm gonna shuffle this. I kind of just want a Stasis. I've got 2 chains and a Gush. If I can hit some lands and a Stasis, then I'll be okay. Well, that's lands. That's a start. Maybe I should have held open Counterspell. It's okay. I'm holding open Counterspell right now. I'm going to put a stop on my end step. See what they tutor with the Survival of the Fittest. I might bounce the Survival. Yeah, I'm going to bounce the Survival. And now I am holding open Counterspell. It's just a Psychotog, huh? I think I will actually let that go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna let that go. I found Stasis. I could land that right now if I wanted to. Honestly, that doesn't seem like the worst thing to do. I could Gush. I would have 8 cards in hand, and then one of them would be the Stasis that I could cast, so I wouldn't even have to discard a hand size. Yeah, Stasis. I have 2 counterspells in hand and a chain. Surely I'll find something. Or I could just continue to hit land drops, which is really good too. Okay, a whole lot of nothing happened, and then I found 2 Forsaken Cities, so I am just going to drop those. And now I'm doing pretty dang well. If they go for a swing on this Psychotog, then I can just bounce it with Chain of Vacor and protect it with Counterspell and Thwart. That's probably going to be good enough. Ooh, that is a Cabal Therapy. I think I am going to Counterspell that. And they sacked immediately. I think I might Thwart this. I know that this gives them an opening to resolve a Survival of the Fittest, but I can chain that. They chose not to take the opening anyway. And now I have another Counterspell open. Found a Gush. Don't know if I'm ready to cast that yet. I think I'm just going to leave it. Okay, now I'll cast it. Just hit a bunch more islands, sure. I'll take it. Really waiting for that Root Maze here. Do I want to be playing more Root Mazes? Like a Root Maze would just lock this game up, wouldn't it? I let the Wall of Roots go. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Famous last words, right? That's a Hermit Druid. What happens if I let Hermit Druid resolve? They instantly get access to all of their Cabal therapies. They can Crozen Reclamation stuff. I think I am going to Counterspell this Hermit Druid. That's just a ton of tempo. Still waiting for my Black Vises. It's another Hermit Druid. I will Thwart this. Okay, I do need to actually win the game at some point here, so I am going to fire off this Gush in a desperate attempt to try and dig myself into anything. And I found not anything. I'm gonna foil this Cabal Therapy. Do I pitch the Brain Freeze? Nah, I'm not gonna pitch the Brain Freeze. I'm gonna pitch an island here. I will Counterspell that. This Brain Freeze is good for how much? It's good for 24 cards right now. No, 18 cards. That's nothing. Gonna go ahead and chain my Stasis. Sack a land. Chain the Hermit Druid. Yeah, I'm gonna pitch that. All right, well, we are back to doing nothing for a while. I still have not found a win condition. They're all in the bottom of my deck somewhere. All right, it's time. I'm gonna fire off this Impulse. I just need something here. Jeez Louise. Although I guess I do need to Boomerang that Psychotog at some point too, don't I? Maybe I shouldn't have pitched Brain Freeze to Forsaken City. I'm actually gonna let them Cabal Therapy me. If they choose correctly, I kinda want this Flash of Insight in the graveyard. There's still 2 Chain of Vapors left in my deck. I think the hero's doing some Psychotog math right now. Nope, decided not to do it. Found a Daze, that's good. Ooh, that's Root Maze. I think I'm at the point to where I need to start using Forsaken City here. I'm gonna pitch this Daze. I probably was at that point a little bit ago. I think I might have done some math incorrectly. This Flash of Insight not being in my graveyard hurts a lot. That's Black Vise. Can I afford to play that? 8, 9, 10. Oh, I actually just might be dead. I don't think I can afford to play that. I think this Black Vise needed to be an untapped island. Hopefully they just don't figure it out. Yeah, I think I am dead on board. I think I made a mistake at some point here. I need to pitch this Black Vise. Okay, there we go. Now Flash of Insight can find something. Because I can cast this for X equals 0, and then I can flash it back for X equals a lot. And then I can find a Chain of Vapor, and then I can chain my Stasis, chain the Psychotog. 5 mana was kind of the magic number for that. I think I need to get rid of Root Maze here, unfortunately. Oh, I found the chain. Okay, well that's lovely. I'm going to allow this Cabal Therapy to resolve, and they chose Thwart. Oh, they're going for it. They're going for it. Unearth on Volrath's Shapeshifter. As long as the top card of your graveyard is a creature card, this card has the full text of that card and has the text to discard a card. So that would turn this into Palancron, and that's just infinite mana. I am going to Flash of Insight now for X equals 0. And now I'm going to Flash of Insight for a lot more than that. Exiling at least 13 cards. I am going to put Thwart into my hand. Put cards on the bottom of your library. Click each card to put it on the bottom of your library. I think I'll want Chain, Black Vise, Gush, and then it kind of doesn't matter after that. And now I can Thwart this. Oh, they just had another Unearth, huh? Wow, am I gonna lose this? I have to let that happen. I'm out of gas. Untap up to 7 lands. Oh, they just have another one. All right, untapping more lands. They finally got their Hermit Druid into play. Unless they make this attack exactly like lethal or close to lethal, then I'm not going to do anything about it. That's a chunk for 8. That puts me at 12. Ah, geez, I don't know. I think I should probably chain it. It sucks that I don't have the brain freeze anymore. I think I'm gonna lose this game. I think I'm just gonna lose the game. Okay, well, I have another Chain of Vapor, which is nice. Duress, huh? Yeah, they can just bounce this, but they can't recast it unless they have another land. So whatever, I guess. I think that might have been a little bit of a punt. Maybe I should have hit the Psychotog. Maybe even the Hermit Druid. And now they get to do this really interesting infinite loop where they can use Palinchron to untap 7 lands and just bounce a bunch of stuff. And then the Volrath Shapeshifter can become a copy of something in their graveyard. Oh, it just becomes a copy of Karmic Guide, huh? Oh, geez, that is some horrible text on there. Well, let's just see what happens. Okay, and now I'm just getting killed. Oh, do they have it? Oh, they've got 4 cards in hand. Yeah, they got it. This is death. Oh, you know what, though? If I had just bounced the freaking Psychotog, that I would have won this game. Potentially. I just panicked and I chose the wrong thing. But now I've seen the deck in action, and I'm not going to make that mistake again. Now, there's probably not much of a point to me playing games 2 and 3. I am still going to play as much of this as I can, because that's just, you know, what you do. But still, I think I'm going to bring in... Do I even bring in anything? Oh, I can bring in Curse Totem. Curse Totem's really, 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 really good. So bring in Curse Totem. Leave in Brain Freeze, actually. Side out Dazes, I guess. And probably a Black Vise. Nah, I'm glad that I'm bringing in Curse Totem. Curse Totem's going to be decent in this matchup, I think. I will be on the play. I will keep this hand that has Curse Totem in it. Chain of Vapor, Counterspell, Impulse. I don't necessarily want all of these cards. I think I'm going to shuffle. I would just want lands at this point, I think. Found the Chain of Vapor anyway. No, I'm getting duressed. How could you? Oh, they took the Chain of Vapor, though. All right. Oh, Curse Totem. That's disgusting. Ball Therapy on me. Taking my Root Maze. Yep, that happened. I guess I am going to just play this Forsaken City and pass. I'm going to Impulse. I think I want to counter this Xantid Swarm. Oh, but I could land Stasis. That might be better. Yeah, I'm going to grab Stasis. I am going to target myself with Portent here. I don't think I want any of these. And panicking a little bit, honestly. I'm going to land the Stasis and see what happens. The hero will get exactly 1 shot with this Xantid Swarm now. I am going to pitch Thwart here, unfortunately. Okay, let's go ahead and cast Gush. 4 islands, that's great. And they're doing something now. Oh, that's just an Ukabi Orangutan. They're going to blow up my Curse Totem? Okay, that's fine. Because I have another one. I think I have to pitch the Flash of Insight here, unfortunately. So I'm going to do that. Okay, Thwart was a really good pickup. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to matter because I'm pretty sure I'm going to time out here. One of the downsides of playing Stasis is you just have to be on top of it. I'm just going to Thwart this. Mostly just need the lands. It's probably what they were going to name anyway. Oh, they're going for something here. This is a Karmic Guide. Return creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, huh? I am just going to counter that. I finally found a Brain Freeze. That's something, right? Oh, but they found a Xantid Swarm, which means that they can start going for stuff. Probably should have discarded that Forsaken City to the other Forsaken City. But it probably doesn't really matter that much because we are going to go down with the ship here. Oh, wait, maybe not. Maybe not, maybe not. Ah, who am I kidding? I've got 15 seconds left on my timer. You know what, y'all? It has been fun sitting here doing nothing for an hour, but I think it is finally time to go down with the ship. And that is match. Perhaps I could have played a little tighter and faster. Perhaps I could have learned to auto-yield to my triggers better, stack things a little bit quicker. But in the end, I did not. And my opponent won with 2.5 minutes on their clock because of it. So I am actually out of time for recording today. That means that I will be back with match 5 later on. It will be a video exclusive match. And those of you watching, go ahead and enjoy. As promised, I am here with match 5. It's very late at night, but I'm still getting this recorded. I am on the play versus Chillwad 8132 here. This hand has a counterspell in it, which is very nice. Brain Freeze is a win condition. I don't really need that quite yet. I guess it's got Gush in it. I'm gonna keep this. It's not a particularly strong hand, but it's alright, you know? It's okay. We got a Flooded Strand from the hero here. Into a Sleight of Hand. That's very interesting. Tells me they might be on some sort of combo deck or something. Very grateful to see that basic island. I like that a lot. It's a shame I don't have an Impulse or something here. City of Brass, huh? Into Aquarian Dryad. Okay, so this is that deck that we were playing against earlier, Miracle Gro, I think. I'm not going to counter Aquarian Dryad. Yeah, that's fine. I think I am just going to drop this Black Vise. I think that's okay. Oh, they're just casting an accumulated knowledge directly into my Black Vise, huh? Alright, you got it. Take 2, I guess. I will continue taking hits off this Aquarian Dryad. I'm not going to be that mad about it, I think. Ooh, I found a Forsaken City. I will play that out. Don't think I'm going to be doing anything quite yet. Yeah, they are just hardcore going in on this accumulated knowledge here. That'll bring them up to 9. Honestly, I think I might actually chain the Dryad now. Maybe I should have done this on their upkeep, because if I had done it on their upkeep, then the Black Vise trigger would have gone on the stack at least. Alright, and the hero's going to take a nice fat chunk of damage there. I think I might actually counterspell this. And now I'm just under no pressure. The hero's at 7 life. I need to get something down here. Ah, that's a Psychotog. There's a decent chance I just hardcast a Thwart on this, honestly. Yeah, I think I will. Counterspell on top of that. I'm gonna Gush here. See if I can draw another counterspell of some sort. I did a bit better though. I found Stasis. Or do I want Portent here? Psychotog's just really unfortunate in this spot. The hero's going to be at 2. They can discard cards on their upkeep in order to make Psychotog bigger. But if they do, and they swing with the Psychotog, then it would be how big? It would be 8 from all the cards in their hand, plus 9, just 17. I'm at 14. So Stasis actually is not good enough here. I need to take the Portent, and I need to answer the Psychotog, because their graveyard's stocked enough. And their hand is stocked enough to where Psychotog would just be a lethal attacker. Was really hoping to find a foil or a Daze or something there. I just didn't find it. And I think I am going to exile at least 1 land. I think I might actually exile the Brain Freeze here. I'm going to exile an island. I found an Impulse. I think I will fire off Impulse first. Finding Gush. Definitely going to take that. Digging for an answer to the Psychotog. Well, there's the Daze. Oh, that's beautiful. There's the Boomerang. So that Boomerang actually is an answer to this Psychotog. And I can cast Daze and Boomerang here. And now we play the game. Do I have the answer? Do I not have the answer? Alright, they're discarding a little bit here. That is a Ray of Revelation in the graveyard. And that's an Armageddon in the graveyard. Oh, maybe I should have set a stop there or something. Gonna see if the hero tries to kill me. 6-7, well, that's an accumulated knowledge. So I could bounce the Psychotog right now, and then Daze it on the way down. I'm gonna try that. Hopefully they don't have a counterspell for this. And if they do have a counterspell, then I can just Daze the counterspell while they have their own Daze. Interesting. Yeah, that was pretty well played, I think. Dazing this Daze isn't really gonna do anything. I think I'm just dead here. Yeah, I'm gonna concede. That really stinks. That Black Vise was just not good enough. And I didn't really have a good spot where I could have landed Stasis and protected it. Oh well. Maybe if I had kept a different hand, then that would have been okay. I am going to bring in some Curse Totems, I think. But I don't believe I'm going to be siding out any counter magic in order to do that. Probably just a Flash of Insight, a Brain Freeze, maybe a Boomerang? I don't know about Boomerang. Maybe I'll side out one Daze. And do I really want to bring in Curse Totem? Curse Totem's not even good against all their stuff. I don't even think I want to be doing that. I could bring in something like a Mana Short, cast that on the hero's upkeep at one point. If I'm doing that, maybe I just keep my Flash of Insight and my Daze in and I side out Brain Freeze. Just acknowledge that I'm gonna probably be winning with Black Vise and try to keep that Psychotog off the table. Oh, I'm gonna be burned so hard keeping a hand that looks like this. I gotta mulligan it. This is better, but still not great. Question is, do I bottom the Forsaken City or do I bottom an island? I have Thwart. I think I'll bottom the Forsaken City. Leading on Black Vise here. If this gets countered, I'm not going to be too terribly mad. I've got 2 more of them. Alright, that Black Vise hit the table. The hero's going to be taking some damage for the foreseeable future off this Black Vise. Would love to draw another one, actually. That would be pretty cool. Oh hey, I hit the Forsaken City anyway. That's great. Hey, that's Aquarian Dryad. That's going to be some pressure here. I hit a Gush. Would be good enough for me to cycle a Flash of Insight. The next turn I could Gush and try and do something. Ouch. Oh, I forgot to cycle my Flash of Insight. Oh well. I think I'm just going to play Forsaken City here. I can hold open Thwart, boldly casting Accumulated Knowledge into my Black Vise here. Worked for them last time. Let's see if it works for them here. Yeah, let's just cycle this. Yep, I want that Counterspell. Not like I had a choice, but still. I'm taking 3 a turn. They're taking 2-ish a turn. I think it might actually be time for me to Gush here. But then I couldn't hold open Thwart, but I could still hold open Counterspell. Yeah, okay, I'll Gush. I'll counter the counter on this. Trying to get cards in my graveyard for Flash of Insight here. They're probably trying to get cards out of hand. Or not. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, that is a foil. Okay, so they are getting cards out of hand. And now the turntables. That is a 6/6 Aquarian Dryad. That's huge. They're definitely winning the race here. Alright, well, I'm going to Flash of Insight. Exiling the 2 cards from my graveyard here. Found an Impulse. I think it is time to just Impulse now. I found Chain of Vapor. I think I kind of just have to take that. I could attempt to do it in response to the Black Vise trigger. I'll consider that. I don't think I will, though. I don't think I'm going to get greedy. Yeah, let's just go ahead and move to combat here. Chain this guy, see if this resolves. It does. Do they chain my Black Vise? Nope. I could attempt to thwart this. Am I mad about that? Is that a bad idea? I don't think that's a super great idea. I think I'm going to let it go. I think resetting it is good enough. Found Portent, which is good. I like that. On Chain, Stasis, Stasis. Yeah, these are all very good cards. I like these. That is a Psychotog. I think this is a really good opportunity for me to thwart Hardcast. And then if they fight over this somehow, with like a Daze or something, I can pitch cast the next thwart. Yeah, Gush is fine. Damage on that has already been done. And they let it go. Okay, and now I get to not untap this, and I just get to play out my Stasis. Yeah, I am going to thwart the heck out of that. That resolved quickly, and now Black Vise is going to finish the job. That was very fast. Well, it turns out a quick Black Vise backed by counterspells is plenty good enough here. I still don't think I'm going to be doing anything different. I would love to lock this opponent out with a Root Maze. Let's see if I can do that in game 3 here. Ooh, I know I said a quick Black Vise. If I draw a single island, this hand is amazing. I am going to try and do that. Just an island, that's all I want. I've got 18 islands in my deck here. I guess it's not guaranteed that I hit, really. Oh, well, I hit anyway. Okay, that's beautiful. Yep, Black Vise. They didn't Daze it. And the hero has been under the gun of this Black Vise every single game. Except this time they don't have a threat. But I have a foil. I'm gonna go ahead and land this island. I can do Counterspell into Gush foil if I really feel like I need to. Yeah, Psychotog, that's a big nope. Okay, that happened fairly quickly. And now I get to do this nonsense. I don't believe this opponent will have Wasteland, but they might have a foil. And if they have a foil, then I can Gush foil here. The cost of me playing this Stasis off Forsaken City is that if I have to Gush right now, then I won't have an untapped island in play, or an untapped land at all. And that means that I'm going to have to pitch an additional card to this Forsaken City on my next upkeep in order to keep it going. So the cost is I lose this Forsaken City, because there's no way on earth that I'm going to be pitching either one of these. I think that is an acceptable cost. All right. And the hero's under Stasis. I don't think I'm going to Gush. I think I'm just going to play out my island. Oh, wow. That's just F6 throughout their whole turn. Sure. Now I'm going to Gush. I can still Daze something if I need to. Mana Short's a really good pickup. I think I am going to pitch the Forsaken City here. Now I've got Counterspell open. I think I'm doing just fine. I can Daze something and foil. I can Daze, Gush, and foil. I just got so much counter magic here, and the hero's at such a low life total. I don't think that there's a realistic chance that they win this game. Light of Hand. Sure. You got it, friend. Off a City of Brass, no less. I am going to pitch one of these counter spells here. I don't think I need to be holding open that many counter spells. Like, the game's going to be over shortly. Opt. In Stasis mode. You hate to see it. You're going to fetch? They fetched. You know what? Well played, opponent. Well played. That was all about timing. They jammed a Psychotog. I was able to counter it, and I clapped back with a Stasis, and the hero never recovered. It was helpful that I had a quick Black Vise too, but you know, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Let's go ahead and wrap up the league. So that is a 3-2 result with this lovely Stasis build. I think I am starting to get the hang of how to play this deck. I still am not very familiar with the metagame in Premodern. There's a lot of decks out there, a lot of different things you can do. Stasis can answer basically all of them, but it's still a lot to learn. I do appreciate that in this format, there is basically only one thing that your deck can do, more or less. And it's not like Modern, where your decks have to do at least 2, maybe preferably 3, or possibly even 4 different things. In Premodern, Stasis does one thing. It stasises the board, and then it wins with a Black Vise. And I really like this play pattern. Root Maze in particular has proven itself to be quite useful in digging myself out of particularly thorny situations. I wonder if I want to play a second Root Maze. I really wonder. I don't know what it would replace, because I like all of the other cards in my list as well, but I have noticed that basically every time I've seen Root Maze, it has been a welcome sight. It just says, the game ends here. And I really enjoy just having that I win button. No more wondering about if the hero is going to be able to build open enough mana to fire everything off in one big desperate stand. Nah, Root Maze, you don't get any more mana for the rest of the game. Perhaps the sideboard could use a bit of work. Now that I am a little bit more familiar with the metagame, I might be tuning that and building out a proper sideboarding map, instead of just kind of going off of vibes, which is what I've been doing so far. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with the list. I'm glad that I got rid of the Ensnare and replaced it with 3rd Black Vise. Timing out feels terrible, and I want ways to try and avoid timing out. And sometimes that means that you just play more win conditions. And Black Vise being able to just immediately start gunning for blue decks, you just drop it on turn 1, and the blue deck is like, oh crap, I've got 7 cards in hand right now, and I was gonna cast an Impulse or an Accumulated Knowledge next turn, and now suddenly I'm taking 3 damage this turn and 3 damage the next turn. It feels good, and I feel like that is a part of the reason why I was able to win match 5 so easily, is just Black Vise down early every single time, immediately under the gun. What are you gonna do about it? You're really going to burn a counterspell on a Black Vise? And they didn't. Maybe they didn't have one. Maybe they weren't going to burn a precious foil on a Black Vise when I can just clap back with Stasis, which is what I did anyway. But I like this list. Maybe some small sideboard tweaks. Maybe not. This is what I enjoy about playing Magic the Gathering, is the fact that I can, within the rules and confines of the game, play not Magic the Gathering, if that makes any sense. So I thoroughly enjoy this deck's play patterns. I'm going to continue to practice at it, and I am going to get very, very good at this. Or at least I hope. And I certainly hope that you, dear viewer, are going to join me on that journey. This program is made possible by your view, like, and comment, the support of my wife and son, and by contributions to Fatesale MTG from viewers like you. Thank you.